Hello, my name is Jacob Hughes, and today we'll be going over the mechanism on how to form an amide from a carboxylic acid. So as I said in the introduction, we're going to be reacting a carboxylic acid to get an amide. And the reason we cannot do this with just the carboxylic acid and something like ammonia is that this is actually an acid-base reaction that will only form a salt. So the way that we can form the amide is by using something called DCC to disguise the acid, and then we can react it with the ammonia and get to our amide. So DCC is an acronym for dicyclohexyl carbodiamide, and it looks like this. And as I said before, this is what we will use to disguise our acid. And the reason we use DCC is that because of the way the structure is laid out, there's a delta negative charge at each of the nitrogens, and that makes a large delta plus charge at the carbon, making it very reactive. So the reaction starts with the oxygen and the carboxylic acid reacting with the carbon at the middle of the DCC. So the lone pair on the oxygen will come out and bind to the carbon in the DCC. And this causes one of the pi bonds to break and come out to the nitrogen. And this forms this. The next step now is for this lone pair on the nitrogen with the negative charge to come out, steal the hydrogen, and for that bond will break to take away the positive charge on the oxygen. At this point, we have now reached the point where we have protected our acid enough that we can react it with the ammonia. So as with other carbonyl-carbon reactions, the lone pair on the nitrogen will come out and attack the carbon, and that pi bond will break and go out onto the oxygen. The next step now is for the electrons to come down and re-establish the carbonyl, and that forces this to leave because it is now a good leaving group. Now at this point we have almost completely made our amide, and the last step is to take this leaving group now and to steal a hydrogen to deprotonate, and then we get our amide. And this all works very successfully, and the reaction stops here because the other product we formed is very stable and will not react any further. And just to recap, this is how you take a carboxylic acid and react it with DCC and ammonia to form an amide. Thank you for watching.